Seb, you're back in the starting lineup for this weekend's match against Yorkshire Carnegie. Looking forward to it?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Obviously, just a bit raring to go. Had a bit of a break, so just really keen to get back in there. We've had a session against London Irish earlier this week. I think the whole team's pretty buzzing. Seeing sort of like a standard and a level that we can be training at and that we need to train at. And really looking forward to taking that into the weekend.
Yeah, obviously having a week off, the players all come in refreshed and ready to go for the next block of the season.
Yeah, I think the boys are really looking energised. Like I said, we had a good first 2 training sessions, the second one being against Irish, and there was a lot of boys were trying to empty the tank after that week off, which actually is going to hold us in good stead, I think, going into the weekend. Knowing the sort of work ethic that we need to put in.
Yeah, for yourself, you're up against your former club. Extra excitement, I guess.
Yeah, obviously, I think when any player goes to another team and plays against his old teammates, there's always that sort of air of excitement. That the fact that you're going to be running into your mates, you're going to be finding yourself in the bottom of a ruck with a few familiar faces or familiar boots trampling on you. But I think I'm pretty excited, obviously, to make a statement on myself. But at the same time, I sort of know what's coming. I know on their day, and they are a strong outfit.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed playing there, and this year they've been coming on quite a lot, and they've been really performing quite well in the last couple of games. So I think it's going to be a tough game because we're not, it's no easy feat playing these. They're going to be tough boys to play. Yeah,
in terms of their team as a whole, you'll know them better than most. What can we expect from them this weekend?
Big pack. There's going to be some heavy collisions. Probably if he's starting. Rich Mayhew's going to be dogging around the breakdown, so we've got to really look after the ball. Backs. I think Pete Lucock's been starting at 10, which he's great. He's actually got great handling skills. That sounds a bit. That sounds really good, but he's when I played him, he was a 12, but he's actually really well-rounded player. So I think we've really got to look after him. Because he can go forward, but also he can thread that pass to the rest of the backs, and I think all round the backs I'm quite excited about playing against them because I know the talent they've got.
Yep.
And Jimmy Lowe's being a great attacking coach as well. Exciting to see how they come at us on the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of your position, obviously we've got such strong competition in the wings. Does that give you kind of extra pressure to make sure you perform?
I think there'd always be pressure, even if there wasn't someone knocking on the door, because they can always bring someone in. But just it's quite a good thing here that there's quite a lot of back three competing for those positions, because it's probably been why we've been doing quite well, maybe as a team, but also as backs, because we've got strength and depth, and that actually puts pressure on every training session, every week, every game day, to put your best performance, put your best foot forward. Otherwise, there's people just raring to go.
Yep, I saw you doing some extra stuff with some of the wingers here. I guess you're just constantly pushing each other in training as well, getting better and hoping for a starting shirt. Yeah,
definitely. I think you're still your mates as well. Obviously, you're trying to get that shirt, but you need them. You need them to. You need each other to do the drills when you're doing our extras, when we're doing high balls, when we're doing one-on-ones, 2-on-1s. You need to grab people in your position to go through their best practice, your best practice, different ideas, different movements as well. There's what was quite good with the back three. There's quite a selection of different types of players and styles of how they run and how they move. So that's why at the end there we were doing some one-on-ones, and it was just great doing it, just to get different cues.
Sure. It's been a few weeks since we've been home. Obviously had a couple of weeks on the road. It'd be good to get back in front of the home supporters again. Obviously we've had a pretty good start at home in particular this season.
Yeah, it's been great every time we've played at home. The support's been amazing. It's just a great track to play on. I think that's why we've been able to play some quite quick and expansive play. The sport's getting better every time, I think, and as we get better as the season goes on, hopefully in terms of sport, the momentum gets going, more people will start coming down.
Sure. And just finally, obviously we had a very successful start to the season, but some tough challenges coming up. Do you feel like the next block could be kind of season defining almost?
Yeah, I think we've said these next run of games is it's a bit of a big sort of milestone in terms of the season, because you have peaks and troughs throughout the season, but the main aim is just game by game. But of course, these next couple of games are huge because it's going to get colder. The slippy ball. It's going to the pace of the game might, especially on away games, might come down a bit. So we've really got to hone in on our skills and really come away with some big points. I think going into January, February.
Good luck this weekend.
Cheers. Thanks.